Hey guys, this is Tracking25 and welcome back to another note block tutorial video. Now this video is going to be the tutorial for the Winner Takes It All note block song that you might have seen in False Symmetry's recent Hermitcraft video. Before I start the tutorial, I thought it would be cool if you guys can hear what the song sounds like in note block form, but anyways, here is the Winner Takes It All by ABBA in Minecraft note blocks. Just in case you guys do not want to follow along with the tutorial, there will be a world download of this world right over here, and on top of each note block you can see there is a number, and that is the amount of times you have to click on the note block there. And then for the repeater timings, you just have to look in between each of the blocks right there and you'll get the repeater timings. Now you'll notice that there are three different sections. There is a red section, a yellow section, and a green section. The green section is just the vocals for the chorus, and the yellow and red section are the background sections. So just in case you just want the background, you can just build the red and yellow, or if you just want the chorus vocals, you can just build the green section right there. But anyways, let's get on with this tutorial. Before we start the tutorial, I want to show you real quick the 10 sounds that you can make with the note blocks. So if you put clay blocks right under the note blocks over here, it will make this sound there. That's sort of a flute sound. Now the packed ice makes a chime sound. The bone blocks I believe are a xylophone. Yes. Wood blocks should be a guitar. Yep, the bass guitar. And then I believe in the wool blocks are the guitar as well. Yes. The gold block right over here makes a bell sound. This block right over here, the stone block, they make the beat sound for the drums. The sand blocks make a clicking sound, and so do the glass blocks. And then nothing under or any other material will make the piano and harp sound. So what you can do is you can put any of these sounds under the note blocks right over there, just in case you want to switch it up a little bit. But anyways, let's get back to the tutorial. On your screen right now, you should see the layout for the chorus vocal parts of the song. And the gold blocks are where you have to place your note blocks. Now on top of the gold blocks, you should see a red number. Those red numbers there are the amount of times you have to hit the note blocks to get the right sound. And the blue numbers are the number of the repeater timings in between the note blocks. For the walkthrough tutorial, what I'll be doing is placing the note block down right over here and then telling you the repeater timing right after. So if you copy this layout right over here, you can follow along like that. If not, you can just use the note block timing and repeater timings. But anyways, let's get started. So the first one is 8, then 2, then 8, then 2, then 18, then 2, then 18, then 2, then 17, then 2, then 17. And right over here you have 22. Now over here, the first note block is 5, then 2, 5, then 2. And the next note block is 15, then 2, then another 15, then another 2. Over here we have 13, then 2, then 13, then right over here we have 22 in between. Now next we have 10, then 2, then 10, then 2, then 20, then 2, and another 20, then 2, then 18, then 2, then 18, then right over here we actually have 20 in between. Then for the last set of note blocks over here, we have 18, then 6, 17, then 2, 15, then 2, 17, then 2, 18, and then if you wanted to loop back over and correspond with that over there, you have to place 22 repeater timings after this note block, and then everything will be all synced up. So after you put in all the repeater timings over there, what you can do is give the system a quick test to make sure that everything is working. And what I have done over here is I put 22 repeater timings right after there just so it loops properly with the background music over there. So when I press this button over here, we should hear the chorus vocals play. Perfect, everything seems to be working fine, so this is this part done. If you just wanted the chorus vocals right over here, you're all good for this tutorial. But if you want the rest of the song right over there, then just stay tuned for part number 2. Since there's going to be a lot of note blocks that we have to place, what I'll be doing is every 16 note blocks, I'll be doing a small cut. But anyways, let's get started with the tutorial. So the first note block is going to be 1, the second one is 5, third one is 8, then 1, 5, then 8, then 1, 5, 8, and 1, 5, 8. Now for the last 4, what you have to do is change up the numbers a little bit, and it's going to be 9, 12, 5, then 9. Now the next 16 note blocks are in the same pattern as the first one over here, just with different numbers. So the first one will be 10, then 1, then 5, then 10, then 1, then 5, then 10, 1, 5, 10, 1, 5, and just like the first one, the last 4 are going to be different numbers, and it is 2, then 10, then 2, then 5. What I'd like to do after the first 16 note blocks is just put a little marker over here, just so I know where the second 16 starts. So this is going to be the first of the second 16. And the first one is going to be 3, then 10, then 3, then 6, 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 then 10, then 3, then 6. For the last 16 note blocks, we're going to start off with 8, then 8, then 1, then 3, then 8, and 0. And 0 just means not touching note block, so that's just fine. Now 3, then 8, then 3, then 8, then 0, and 3, then 8, and 0, then 3, and I finish it off 8. Now, like always, what we can do is just give it a quick test to make sure all the note blocks sound fine, and if you did all the right timings, it should sound something like this. Perfect, that's sounding fine. Now we can move on to the last section, which is the yellow section. For the yellow section, it's going to be a little bit different than the red section, because you'll notice I have 4 repeaters going like that, and that is only to keep up with the red section, because the repeater timings in the yellow section are about 4, 8, 6, and 10. So you notice that there's a lot more repeaters than the red section, but it should be easy to follow around. And what you can do is just wrap it around on the inside of the red section just like that, if you want to follow on this tutorial right over here. But anyways, let's get started. The first one will be 8, then the repeaters at 4, then 18, then 6 for the repeater, 17, then 6, 15, then 6, 13, then 6 going like this. After that we'll have 12, then 4, 5, another 4, and 15, and 6, 13, then 6, 12, then 6, 10, then 6, and 8, and then 4. After the 4 repeaters, I just put a yellow piece of water over here just to mark off the last notes, but now these are the final notes. It's going to be 10, then 4, then 20, then 6, 18, then 6, 17, then 6, 15, and then 10 repeaters stretched out like this. And when you get to over here, it's going to be 8, then 4, 13, then 6, 12, then 6, 8, then 6, and the last repeater, or actually last note block you have to place, is 8. Now just for one final test of the yellow section over here, if all the note block timings were put in correctly, it should sound something like this. Now the last part is just hooking up all 3 parts together, and what you have to do to hook up the yellow section and the red section together is just have some repeaters connecting at the exact same time. Now if you want to get the right timing after the chorus section over here, what you have to do is the redstone over here that starts in the chorus section, you have to put repeaters coming out of that block over there, 10 repeater tick settings after this redstone right over here, which means that the yellow section and the red section have to start 10 ticks after this section over here. Then everything should be lined up just like that. Now if you want the song to play only twice, I have this little small circuit over here that you can set up, and all it uses is a repeater over there set at 4 ticks, a sticky piston with a block on top of it there, the zipper block with the signal facing that way, a sticky piston, a block over there, and that is about it. At the end of the chorus song over there, you should have to make sure that 22 ticks go from here until you get to that part over there. So you can see I have a repeater set to 1 tick over there, a repeater set to 1 tick over here, and a repeater set to 20 ticks over here. So after 22 ticks, you should see that the song should loop. So if I play this button right over here, the whole entire song should start playing, and then it's only going to go twice because of that little looping system right over there. But anyways, that is going to do it for this tutorial right over here. It was a long tutorial, so I do apologize for that. But then again, there's a world download if you just want to take the note block songs over there, and then it's going to be simple and easy to build. But this has been Tracking 25. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and have a nice day.